So good day everyone. We are the last group and the assigned topic for us is Mayan and Inca architecture. So we will be discussing first the Mayan architecture. Mayan architecture spans across thousands of years bago man sila decolonized ng Spaniards. They use geometric proportions and carvings para sa mga structures nila from simple houses to temples. Uh, for their characteristics and core principles, the first one is the cosmological alignment. So for their structures, they use cosmological alignment like gina-orient nila ang mga buildings nila sa mga celestial events. The next one is the symbolic grandeur. So ginagamit nila ang knowledge nila o kaalaman nila sa cosmology, astronomy, and religious beliefs sa mga structures nila. Nagpapakita din ito ng power and spiritual connection to the cosmos. The next one is the integration with nature. So, nagbi-build sila ng structures sa mga existing landscape para ginablend nila ang building nila with nature. For example is ang hills. Ginagamit nila ito para ma-elevate ang temples nila. Uh, Next is for the characteristics. The first one is the city-states. So, nag-develop sila ng independent city-states kung saan may sarili silang ruler and noble class. Next is the agriculture. Their lifestyle and society is stable because may advanced agricultural techniques sila. For example, is the maize or corn as their primary crop. Next is the monumental architecture. So meron din silang mga ceremonial centers like pyramids, temples, and palaces. Uh, na gina-carve from limestone without metal tools. Next is the hieroglyphic. Okay, cut mo to. Wait lang. Next is the hieroglyphic writings. Then, sila ang nag-develop ng writing system sa Americas kung saan nakita rin or nabasa ang recorded history, religions, and scientific knowledge nila. Next is the astronomy and calendars. Sila ay mga highly skilled astronomers and mathematicians. They create ritual calendar systems and of course the concept of zero. Next is the trade and craftsmanship. They were skilled in producing pottery, textiles, and iba pang goods kung saan gina-trade nila across the Mesoamerica.
Okay. So, iconic structures of Maya. In Pyramid, El Castillo is the famous. Looms at the center of Chichen Itza, a 79-foot pyramid of stone. It's where the religious or ritual of Mayan activities. Second is the Palace of Palenque. The palace was used by the Mayan aristocracy for bureaucratic functions and entertainment, aligned with astronomical event. The next one is the Bull Court. The Bull Court itself was a focal point of Maya cities and symbolized the city's wealth and power. The ball game named Pok Atok, where the loose team will be sacrificed or beheaded as ritual. And the next one is an E-Grove. Is a Mayan architectural complex consisting of central platform with a large pyramid on the east side and smaller building on the west side, defining a plaza between them. And the last one is the Chichen Itza, an ancient Mayan city itself, which consists of many different ruins and structures. It's where the El Castillo and the biggest ball court located of Mayan civilization. And Kaakupal is the most frequently mentioned personal name inscriptions, like it's the king or hero. And now let's go to the distinctive design elements. The first one is the corbelled roofing or vaulting. Corbelled vault is a triangular shaped vault constructed by staging successive layers of stone. Second is the monumental stairway. The great hieroglyphic stairway at Kupan, a monumental staircase adorned with over 2,200 glyphs. And the last one is the doorways. These openings incorporate T-shape that is believed to represent the Maya glyph, symbolizing wind, breath, and life.
For the construction techniques and primary materials, Mayan architecture, corbel vaults in lowlands, Mayan construction in lowland, rainforest, primarily used abundant, softer limestone to create towering, heavily decorated temples and palaces. Okay, so for the corbel vault or corbel arch or vault, the Maya signature roofing method was a corbel vault, a false arch built in stepping stones inward to meet a capstone. These required massive thick walls and resulted in long mirror interior rooms. For the step pyramids, the classic Maya structure was a step pyramid built as a high base for a summit temple. They were often enlarged over time by building new monumental shells over existing smaller structures. For the cultural, religious, and philosophical underpinnings of Maya were characterized by independent city-states, a sophisticated writing system, and an advanced mathematics and astronomy. Polytheism and animism. They worship a large pantheon of gods representing nature, sun, rain, or maize, and practiced animism, believing all things possessed a sacred essence or ku. The divine king. The ruler or the Kuhul Ajau or divine king was a semi-divine mediator often identified with a maize god whose life cycle mirrored the seasons. For the cosmology, the cosmos was tripartite, an upper world or celestial, the middle world or mortal, and the dangerous or underworld or Shibalba, accessed via portals like caves and cenotes or cenotes.
Okay, for the major innovation and enduring legacy of Mayan architecture include an advanced hieroglyphic writing system. So it includes also accurate calendar system with a concept of zero, detailed architecture and engineering skills for building complex cities and temples, skilled agriculture and trade system, and significant contribution to art and ceramic.
For the next topic is Inca architecture. Inca architecture is the most significant pre-Columbian architecture in South America, kung saan na-inherit nila ang legacy from Tiwanaku. They were famous for their fitted mortarless stone masonry trapezoidal blocks kung saan nakaka-resist ito ng earthquake. Next is the characteristics and core principles. For the characteristics, the first one is the precision stonework, kung saan ang mga stone na ginagamit nila ay ginakat ng maayos at dinidikit without mortar. Next is the trapezoidal features, kung saan ang doorways and wall corner nila is trapezoidal ang form para ma-enhance din ito ang stability ng structures. Next is the material selections. Of course, ang mga materials na ginagamit nila is ang mga local stones, like andesite, diorite, and limestone. Next is the terracing. Para ma-flat ang surfaces ng mga mountain slope, ay ginagawa nila itong terraces for their farmers. For the core principles, the first one is functionality. Bawat spaces nila is may purpose or functions like the residential, agricultural, or ceremonial use. The next one is the integration with environment. By following natural contours, structures were built in to the existing landscape using local materials and of course respecting the environment. So for the next one is the durability and earthquake resistance. Their structures were built to withstand earthquake like using mortarless interlocking stonework.
Distinctive design elements of Inca architecture. They have trapezoidal openings. Makikita yun sa mga doors, windows at niche nila. It is earthquake resistance dahil nadidistribute ng evenly yung weight para ma-prevent na mag-collapse ang building. And then next, we have cancha. It is an organized modular style of Inca urban planning. Yung layout niya ay parang pang courtyard. Then meron tayong pulga. It is storehouses nila kung saan nila pinapreserve ang kanilang pagkain. It is placed in high, cool areas para it helps for natural ventilation. And then, lastly, they use minimal decorations para ma-emphasize nila ang precision at harmony with nature sa kanilang architecture.
Okay, so for the construction techniques and primary materials of Inca architecture, so they use dry stone mastery in the Andes. So the Inca prioritized durability and earthquake resistance in seismically active Andean mountains, primarily utilizing hard igneous rocks like andesite and diorite. For the dry stone masonry, or no mortar, the hallmark technique involved fitting large, precisely cut stones together so tightly that no mortar was needed. So this structure flexibility allowed walls to shift during the earthquakes without collapsing. For the polygonal masonry, they used it for retaining and exterior walls, or saksayhuman. So this style featured a massive regularly shaped multi-sided stones that interlock like puzzle, distributing stress and increasingly stability. Ashlar masonry, they used for high status buildings. These involve rectangular blocks of uniform size, arranged in straight, precisely fitted courses, also without mortar. For the trapezoidal openings, all doors, windows, and walls and niches were constructed with trapezoidal shape, wider at the base than the top. So a design specifically intended to counteract seismic forces and enhances stability.
For the major innovation and enduring legacy of Inca, um, Inca architecture include advanced engineering like the Inca road system with its suspension bridge and the construction of cities like Machu Picchu. The use of sophisticated agriculture techniques such as terracing and irrigation. Okay, for five intriguing trivia facts. First, we have a negative batter. For Mayan, the pyramid where the walls slightly widen as they rise. Negative batter pyramid widen as they rise, creating a subtle outward slant that gives a sense of stability and visual intrigue to the structure. It considered unique because of its rounded sides, considerable height, steep slope, and unusual elliptical base. Instead of the walls becoming vertical or sloping inward, they are angled outward, making the base of the pyramid wider than its upper sections. Second, we have the pyramids as roshindals. Pyramid roshindals or matryoshkadals when one structure is built atop another, creating layers of similar forms within a single pyramid. This layering often reflects the addition of new structures by different leaders or periods or to repair or revitalize an older structure. They have a three kind of pyramids in Russian bags with the top of what we call largest pyramid, middle pyramid, and smallest pyramid. Third one, we have a mouth of Mayan. It symbolizes as a portal to underworld. Mayan people believes that the entrance of the underworld, the gaping mouth, serves as a symbolic entrance to the underworld, the realm of the dead and the secret source of maze. Connection to the earth and water. The doorways represents as a connection to the earth and the watery underworld, which was a vital source of water of the Maya. The fourth one, we have pillow face in Inca. Pillow face refers to a high quality Inca architecture technique where large, finely shaped stones are sanded and fit together in a tight zigzag-like pattern with no mortar. This dry stone technique, sometimes called canina coach perca, relied on the precision of the stone cutting rather than mortar for stability. Okay, the fifth one, folklore in Inca describes a legendary herb sometimes called the jucha or Andia epidra. The legend passed down through oral tradition and recorded by figures like Father George Lera suggests the gods give this plant along with the cocoa leaf to enable the Incas to build their massive structures. While many modern scholars attribute the precision of Inca stonework to skill and ingenuity, others speculate that acids possibly derived from the plant's juice or from processed pirate mud. The Inca meta system was compulsory labor for the benefit of the state. Unlike slavery, citizens were not owned by anyone, but they did have to offer part of their time to build roads, agricultural, terrace, temples, and fortresses.
Okay, so that's all for the Inca and Mayan architecture. We're hoping that you understand about our reporting for today. So thank you. Bye.
Bye there.